What's up, fellas? So I had a loyal patient supporter that wanted me to give some tips on what to do when you're moving in with a girl. All right. So first, right off the bat, guys, make sure your name is on that lease. I can't. This doesn't even go to about her putting you out or anything like that. It goes a little deeper than that. It goes to the psychology of the place being your place. When you move in with a girl and the place is in her name only, the psychology of it is it always feel like her place and like you're living with her. So I hope the guy that asked me this isn't specifically talking about moving in with a girl. I'm hoping he's talking about getting a place together. And that's what I'm taking this question as. And if that's the case, technically, can't nobody just put you out anyway, right? If you living with a girl, she would still have to go through the normal procedure to evict you out of the place. But that's not even what I'm talking about, right? Because, technically she still has to try to, if her name is on the lease and you done made that a residence, technically, legally, guys, nobody could just put you out the house, all right, if your mail is coming there and all that type of stuff, right? But the psychology of it, feeling like her place and you're living with her, goes to the dynamics of the relationship, that it feels like you're living with her, which can put her into feel like she's more dominant, more alpha in that dynamic, guys. So it's very important that you guys, if you're going to move in with a girl, even, you know what, I'll even say this. I really don't want you guys to move in with a girl. I prefer any of you guys who are going to shack up and stuff like that to get a place together. But even if you decide to just move in with her, make sure she can put your name on that lease. So it goes to the psychology of it feeling like y'all place together and not you living with her. That's how I feel about it, all right? And like I said, it has nothing to do about ramifications of her being able to put you out and stuff like that, because she still has to evict you. She still can't just send me a text and say, hey, get out my house, right? Legally, you can't do that. Not if your mail coming in and you done made that your residency. But it can cause a little rift in the dynamic between you two, and that she feels like you're living with her. All right? I hope I cleared that up. All right. Next, guys, make sure you guys have stayed with each other for extended periods of time. All right, ain't nothing worse. And what I mean by that is, if possible, I understand that maybe you was living with your parents, maybe she was living with her parents, and so you couldn't, test the water, so to speak, right? But when you go live with a girl, y'all live together, the dynamics change, guys. That little time apart, that space y'all give each other, when y'all was not living with each other, you lose that. So now you get to see who you're really getting, all right? And so now you might see a side of her that you didn't see when you were, when y'all didn't live together. So you got to make sure that you don't know who you're getting. And so you could be getting yourself into a very bad situation, guys, with a girl that's totally different. Totally different. I done had this issue before. Totally different than the girl who you see twice a week and you come over and she take her ass home, opposed to the girl that now y'all living together. Those little situations where she got on your nerves and irritable and kind of like, being a bitch and stuff like that. But then, you go home and you miss her for a couple of days before y'all see each other. You lose that because now you see her all the time. So I want you guys to be cognizant. Now I know you guys can't help yourself all the time. I know if you stand with your parents, she stand with her parents, y'all decide to get a place together. Obviously ain't now one of y'all gonna be coming over to each other's house to, stay for extended periods of time at their parents' house. I get that. But if y'all guys got your own place and y'all deciding to go get a place together, or one of y'all got a place and one of y'all stay with somebody or a parent or roommate or whatever, if you want my advice, I advise you to stay over there for extended periods of days, like maybe say 3 days, 2 days at a time or something like that, just to kind of get a feel for what type of person she is 24/7. All right. Next, guys, have no other women on the side. I've said this countless times, and what's the point? What's the point of having a girlfriend, a living girlfriend, if that's not what you want? All right. If you're gonna move in with a girl, unless y'all having an open relationship, right? You can live together and have an open relationship. But that aside, What's the point of moving in with a girl and then you ducking and dodging and stuff? What's the point of it? It don't even make no sense. If you want to stay single and you want to date other women, stay single. If you come in here and you're going to live with a girl and you got to have your phone on silent all the time and turning your phone off, what's the point? And like I said, guys, this ain't even about no morals things. I don't even get on that moral crap. This is about peace of mind thing. Nobody got time to be ducking and dodging, running around cheating all the time. What's the point? You just tell a woman, listen here, I like to take my time, before I make my decisions and stuff. I don't rush into anything, either that's good enough or it's not. She can take her ass on, right? If she get to a point where she feel like you stringing her along, she still can take her ass on. You don't go no faster than what you want to go. What happens is, this is what happens. Women come to y'all guys and they grab you by the balls and they make you make a decision. So what are we? What are we doing? And you have a fear of losing your ass, all right? You got a fear of losing your piece of ass, and so you make a decision that you don't want to make, but you don't want to lose her because she's putting an ultimatum on the table. Guys, you can't let no woman punk you. You move at your own goddamn pace, all right? Either that's good enough or it ain't, all right? And I done told you guys this more than one time, countless times. If you're going to be red pill and you want to be non-monogamous, you are going to lose women from time to time, and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't care if you maintain a masculine frame in your sleep. I don't care if you maintain a masculine frame while you're taking a shit. I don't care if you remain a seductive frame 24/7. It don't matter. At some point, every woman has a time limit on how long she's willing to wait for you to make a commitment. And you're going to lose some. I don't care if you provide an experience every time she see you. At some point, she's going to feel like, okay, it's time to shit or get off the pot. And you have to be cool with that. You have to be cool. Don't go be trying to retrace your steps like Inspector Gadget, trying to find out what you did wrong. Fuck that. You're going to lose women from time to time as a red pill brother. Ain't no way around it. All right? I will say this. The more high value you is, the longer they're willing to put up with that shit. I will say that. If you're a guy that's making $10 million a year, she's probably going to let you string her along longer than the guy who makes 50 grand a year. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, look how Diddy did Cassie. Well, it was about 20 years, wasn't it? All right, he's a billionaire, almost a billionaire. You can do that. You can get away with that. But even Cassie had a breaking point. As rich as Diddy is worth what, $800, $900 million? As rich as he is, even she had a breaking point. At the end of the day, every woman has a breaking point. She's not going to wait for you forever. I don't give a damn how high value you think you are. Period. The next thing, guys, is you want to have some kind of agreement on the housekeeping. All right? Do not, unless you're the breadwinner and she's the caretaker, do not go into this situation expecting her to do the cooking and cleaning. It's going to do nothing but cause an issue. She's going to walk around. She's going to be bitchy. She's going to have an attitude, all this type of stuff, guys. So unless she's the housekeeper and you're the breadwinner, split the chores. A good rule of thumb is you cook, I clean. All right? This is what we're trying to do, guys. If you're going to have a live-in girlfriend, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep the woman in her feminine state. We're trying to keep her from becoming bitchy. That's going to be more pleasant to live with. All right. A woman, she'll sit there and do everything at first. The first 2 weeks, she'll cook and clean and suck your dick 24/7, this, that, and the other. But then after a while, she's going to look and say, well, I'm paying half the fucking bills. Why the fuck I got to do all the cooking and cleaning? That's common sense. Anybody would do that. Okay. So make sure we try. If you're going to live with a girl, it's imperative that you do everything to keep her in a feminine state and not having her feel used, and this is what starts making her bitchy and stuff like that because you're not contributing. All right. Like I said, a good rule of thumb is you cook and I'll clean. I got that arrangement with my girls that come over here on the weekend. She cook for me, I clean. It balances things out, guys. All right. I pay for the dinner when we go out on the weekend, and she pay for the dinner that she cooks for me. It balances itself out. I'm not going to do everything. I'm not going to buy the food and cook it and then take it. No. Everybody wants to feel like they got an equal shake into things. All right. Next, have some kind of understanding about friends coming over. I ain't running no motherfucking Salvation Army, guys. This ain't no homeless shelter. Okay? So if me and a girl gonna live together, we need to get an understanding about your little bum ass cousins and stuff that lose their job and stuff like this. They can't stay here. All right? And every day I come home from work, I don't want to see you and your homegirls in the living room, having girls' night out. No, this ain't no goddamn treehouse. All right, this ain't no hang spot. Okay, guys, we ain't running no goddamn fun spot around here. This ain't no goddamn community center. Okay, my home is my solid. This is where I get my peace of mind at. When I come home, I want a piece of. I do understand you girls might be over here once a month or something like that. I get that. But we're not finna go through a situation where 3 days out the week, you got your little nappy-headed ass girlfriends over here. I'm not finna play that shit. Okay? And we damn sure not finna go for your little bum ass cousins sleeping on the couch. We ain't finna go for that. So you need to make sure you have an understanding about her family and friends. All right? You don't wanna have to be in a situation where every time you turn around, you got a little nosy ass girlfriend there, and she always in y'all goddamn business. We ain't playing that shit right there. Period. All right? I'm big on that. Well, come over there getting all in your goddamn business all the damn time. Next, guys, you need to have an understanding on the bills. Now, a good rule of thumb is to split everything unless you make substantial more. Okay? If you make substantial more, say you're a guy who makes 200 grand a year and your girl work at Chuck E. Cheese making fucking 15 grand a year, you might don't want to fucking split everything. I don't think that's going to work too well. Okay? A good rule of thumb, if you make substantial more, I'm not talking about you make 55 grand and then she makes 45 grand. Y'all can still split bills. And you don't make that much goddamn more. All right? You just probably pay for a couple more dates than her, right? But if you substantial more, you make 150 and she make 25, shit like that, I advocate for you to pay the rent and her to pay the utility bills. All right? That means that you probably going to end up paying twice what she's paying, which I think is fair. No matter what you make and she's working, unless y'all done had an agreement that she's going to be the caretaker of the house and she's working, I think she still should pay something, even if you're in a position where you can pay everything, because I don't want her to get into the mindset that she has more value than you. And that's what it'll come across if you paying everything. Unless she's the caretaker of the home. Unless y'all have agreed that you're going to be the provider and she's going to take care of the home, right? If y'all have come to that understanding, then fine. That's the agreement y'all came on. I would never go for that. But hey, everybody's different. Okay? So if you're going to do that, under no circumstances do she pay more bills than you. What did I just say? We trying to keep her in her feminine energy. We don't want her to have no type of leadership role, or that's what all this go to. Why your name got to be on the lease? It can't never seem like she wear the pants in the relationship, or she's gonna lose her feminine energy. I promise you. Her paying the rent while you pay the cable bill and she paying everything else. I promise you she gonna be walking around masculine and a motherfucker. I promise you that. Now, if it just so happened you fell on hard times for a month or something and she got to do, fine, do what you got to do. That's what she does. Y'all supposed to have each other back. But I'm talking about extended periods of time, she paying most of the bills, I promise you that's going to cause a fucking problem. I don't give a fuck what none of these fake ass dating coaches tell you. If you do that, I guarantee you she going to get into a masculine state. I promise you that. Next, guys, have some type of contingency plan in case shit just hits the fan. The worst thing you can do is move in with a girl and not have some kind of contingency plan, some kind of emergency fund to where, if so, like say for instance, you don't have a family member that you really can rely on living with in case you just decide you can't live with her. You don't want to live with her. You're going to choke you might do something stupid. I'm going to say not choke the shit out of her. We ain't doing no abuse over here. All right. But you might in your head you might just like losing your mind or something like that. And you feel like you might lose control. In that situation there, make sure you got enough for a hotel room or something like that if you don't have a reliable family member or something like that. I had a sister that I could rely on when me and my girl lived together. And that way I could just go over there. And for all you guys that see the picture on my Instagram when I say in my nephew room after I just lost another job, that was the situation, right? Me and the girl broke up. and had to go over there and live with my sister. Had to do that about 4 or 5 times, guys. So make sure you have a contingency plan, even if she don't put you out. Maybe it's a situation where you just can't tolerate her no more. Well, for your peace of mind, it's best you live. Make sure you have some type of contingency plan. I don't care if it's no more than like a month worth of hotel fare or something. Make sure you have some kind of contingency plan just in case. Because what happens is some women in a situation like this where you living with them and you done gave up your living situation, they can become more masculine because now they feel like they got you by the balls because we live together. So where you gonna go? So she might be in a position, you might be put in a position where you need to show her that even if I'm living with your ass, I still will leave. See, a lot of you guys, you get in these relationships and you feel trapped. Well, where am I gonna go? You know, y'all live together, where am I gonna go? Right? You grown, you don't want to go live with a family member. You don't rightfully want to got the money to spend for a hotel room, right? So where am I gonna go? So you sit there and you tolerate it because it's the only living situation you have. It's imperative that you always are able to walk away. Always be able to walk away. Because if a woman see you can't walk away, you cannot tolerate her. She's only gonna get worse. So even with you living with her, you might have to show her that you will leave. You might have to show her. She might think I got you by the balls now. You live with me. We live together. So what you gonna do? You still need to show her that I would still get the hell up out of here. Even if she thinks she has the leverage because she thinks you need to live with her, you need to show her, no hell I don't. That's the only thing women respect. They don't respect you yelling at them. They don't respect you trying to threaten them. The only thing women respect is the ability to walk away. That's it. That's the only thing they respect. Anything else, you just acting emotional and they lose more respect for you because you don't know how to make them respect you, which is walking away. You want a woman to respect you? Leave her ass. She might come back. She might do. She might not come back. She might do. Who knows? I can't tell you what she's going to do. What I do know is if you don't leave, she is going to be more disrespectful than what she has been. That's what I can promise you, if nothing else. So always have a contingency plan in case shit falls through. Next, guys, if you're going to have a live-in girlfriend, y'all going to move in together, have agreed upon curfew. You need to set that from the, don't kind of willy-dander around, finagling. Y'all have a set curfew. What I've seen from having live-in girlfriends, 12 is a pretty good time for a curfew, midnight. You got to understand, guys, that once you have a live-in girlfriend, you give up some of your freedom. You can't be waltzing your ass in at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with a live-in girlfriend. Of course, there's going to be situations where, if it's a special occasion like a friend's birthday or somebody got engaged or something like that, yeah, but we're talking about what, 4 or 5 times a year for that? It's not a situation, guys, where every weekend you wrangling your ass in the house at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. You lose that. If you want to keep that lifestyle, don't get a live-in girlfriend. You lose that type of freedom. That's the freedom you give up to have booty on demand, because that's pretty much why you doing it. Well, some of you guys like the emotional bond and the companionship too. I get that, but that's for that companionship and for that booty on demand. You give up a little freedom. That's the way it works. So what I've seen is 12 o'clock. All right. That's what I've seen. Some people might even have it earlier, but that's what I've seen. You can't be finagling your ass in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with a live-in girlfriend. All right. Unless it's a special occasion. So y'all need to sit down and say, hey, what's the curfew? What's the curfew going to be? All right. That's what it is. I know it sounds, childish and stuff like that right there. Now, most guys, to be fair, most guys and girls, you don't need a curfew. Most people, they live with a girlfriend and they're going to be in probably before 9 or 10, right? But if you somebody who kind of hangs out with the fellas, you shoot pool and stuff like this right here, then you probably, you want to have a curfew so you know exactly what time to be home. And the same goes for her, all right? Same goes for her. All right, agreed upon time apart. That's the next thing y'all need to have, guys. So usually most guys and girls, they have girl time, boys time Well, like say your girl, she always go to happy hour with her girls on Tuesdays and Friday after work, right? So you know that that's what she's doing, right? Another freedom you lose, guys, is you just can't be out, you know, when your girl don't know. Like she need to know if you out of the house, she need to know where the hell you at, and vice versa. You lose that freedom. I don't live with a girl, so she don't need to know where the fuck I'm at. I could be in Disneyland. Don't fucking matter. Don't worry about it. When you live with a girl, you walk out of the house, you're like, hey, I'm finna go over to Tom's house. We finna, you know, wash cars or something. Or we finna play cards or something. You lose some of your freedoms, guys. I'm telling you. So if you want to have a respectful, live-in relationship, trust me when I tell you, you want to have these things. All right? You want and you want to have an ironclad so you know exactly what the situation is. All right? You don't want to not have a curfew and you coming in at 11 and she thinking that's a little late, you know, and now she bitching. Y'all need to sit down, have a set curfew, and y'all need to have agreed upon time apart where you know, hey, me and Tom, we always go shoot basketball on Saturday. Or so you know, what else you want me to say? You lose some of your goddamn freedom. If you want all your goddamn freedom, get your own goddamn place and you can stay your ass out to 4, 5 o'clock every goddamn night. If you're gonna have a live-in girlfriend, you're gonna lose some of your goddamn freedom. Period. That's what I'm saying. All right? Ain't no way around it. If you're gonna have a live-in girlfriend, when you get off work, your woman need to know where you at and you need to know where the fuck she at. It don't need to be she got off work at 4 and it's 9 o'clock and you don't know where the hell she at. No, if she got off at 4 and it's 9 o'clock, you need to be knowing exactly where the hell she at. And she should be knowing exactly where the hell you at. That's the way it works. Now I ain't talking about detail for detail. Hey, we leaving the pool hall. Now we finna go to Tom house. No. She just need to know you and Tom out hanging out, doing whatever. But she need to know what the fuck going on and vice versa. All right? So you give up those freedoms. All right? And last, guys, if you're going to have a live-in girlfriend, remain a fucking mystery. Don't become a fucking blabbermouth in the bed. God damn. Pillow talking ass motherfucker. Yeah, my boss said I'm doing a good job. He said he'll give me a raise. You know, Tom cheated on his girl. Man, shut the hell up. The hardest part about living with a girl is losing your mystery. Maintain your mystery. That means that just because you sleeping in the bed with a girl every night, that ain't blabbermouth time. It ain't to start telling her, you know, shit that happened to you in the 2nd grade. And, you know, my uncle touched my butt in the 3rd grade. You know, goddamn all that damn information. Just sitting there just spilling your goddamn guts every night, pillow talking. Remain a mystery. Just because you live with a girl, don't mean it's time for her to tell every dirty, dark secret you got and then tell all your friends' business and all this. And you just telling every goddamn body business turn to nothing but a big old gossiping bitch. Okay, guys? So always remain a mystery even when you're living with a girl. All right, guys. So these are the tips I have for all my guys who are considering living with a girl. I'll get back with you guys later.